Hello guys, VideoCatFreak. This is a school project that I have from one of my math classes. Basically what we're supposed to do is make a paper project. I was originally thinking of a paper Mac-10, paper shotgun, but I thought of something much more simpler. Since the object has to be in 3D, I decided to go for a more simpler type thing that will require one sheet of paper and not so much tape. I'm using electrical tape, which isn't probably the best decision type of tape that you should use for paper, but I'm all out of masking tape making my preemies, and well, this is the first one that I made. The electrical tape was added later. You see it works pretty nicely. You know, here's the opening right here, and you know, just slides in and out just like a bolt. I made a previous video, but this one is kind of like crap and the video is too long because it took me too long to cut out the tape. I was using masking tape, so it should have been faster, but I decided to pre-cut all the electrical tape. Let's begin. First, what you have to do to make the bolt is that you make a tube. Make the whole paper into a tube. I'm not all good at this, but you know, whatever. It's going to take a little bit. I suck at the tubing. Alright, once you made your tube, you get electrical tape or your tape, put it on one end, just tape the end to give it, so, you know, tape it there. Background music, because I'm awesome. So you just tape your ends. This one's a little bit larger, but I suggest that you like make the hole to the opening to your tubes on both ends a little bit smaller, making the tube small. But besides all that, you take scissors and you cut it in half, about roughly in half. Then you take one of the tubes and you tube that end. I mean, you tape that end, tube that end. Then with the end that you double taped, take your scissors again. Now, to avoid any mistakes, you must know where the paper is kind of coming off of. You must cut a slot on the other end. It might not look that good, but whatever. Cut your slot. You have a little slot. Now you take some electrical tape or your tape, and it's going to be smaller this time. So you're basically making the structure on the inside, and there's a cat clawing my pants. I have a cat named Honey, and she loves tape. She loves the stickiness. Okay, so it should kind of look like that, but with your choice of tape. Now with your other one, you're going to have to like pull out its innards to make like a type of a needle point. Yeah, it doesn't look that good on the other end, but if you do this correctly, it will at least look kind of good. So you have your needle point. Now this one's going to be a bit longer. Yeah, this. You take a bit of a long piece of tape, about roughly that long. Then you make sure you wrap it around. Wrap her around. Give it a type of shape, and go ahead, test it. Put it in. See that? Goes in there. It's a rod that goes in there pretty nice. Now, did you keep your part that you cut out? I probably didn't say that, but that's what you must do. You keep it, take some tape, about this long maybe, and you wrap it around that one to get a bit of a grip to it. Oh man, this thing ain't long enough. Oh well, we'll deal with it. No, honey, get away from my preemies. Alright. Now, you have to get your little bolt sticking out a bit, and you make a bit of a hole in there for the needle, which will be the actual bolt handle, the actual bolt, I think. Oh well. That'll do. Ah, it doesn't look that good. Wait, hold on, let's try the other end. Alright, that looks kind of better. Then you tape it to the rod that will go in to the other tube. So here you go. Also, you can switch it to the other side, so it's ambidextrous. A little ambidextrous thing you can make for paper, but make sure you have plenty of tape. That's better than electrical tape, because electrical tape is not that good for paper. It sticks, it's just that it's not that good. I mean, this electrical tape's kind of thick. But anyway, thanks for watching, and the reason why I made a video in the first place is because, well, I'm too lazy to write all the steps, and basically I think it's pretty good. I mean, like, you can make these things as many times as you want because it only takes one sheet of paper, and with the first one that I made, this is pretty sturdy. Of course, I used a lot more tape, on the ends, and it's got a very nice form to it. So yeah. But let me tell you something a little bit about the bolt-action rifle. They've been around since, let's say, the beginning of World War I, and they're still being used today in modern times because they're actually pretty precise for a firearm. And basically, how they load, I'm gonna, show it to you guys. Basically, they pull out the bolts, and sometimes there's a clip involved below the bolts, so they push the bolts into the barrel, or they open it and manually put in the shells from a little type of thingamajig where all the bullets are, and kind of like in a strip. So they just push the strip in, close the bolt, fire it, open and close it, the bolt. You do use bolts in your daily life also, because there's bolt locks, bolt action locks. So the bolt action rifle's reloading mechanism or type is also like your lock on your door. So yeah, it basically functions the same, just that you don't have shells flying out every time you're trying to lock your door. So that's basically the bolt for the bolt action rifle in paper form. You can go ahead, improve on this, guys, if you like. I'm not too sure how you can improve it except for the tape. And, go make yourself a paper bolt-action rifle. Anyway, I'm VideoCatFreak. Hope you enjoyed this video. And it's a lot shorter from my last one, so I feel good about it. Alright, bye.